Hey guys, so I've been working with Doug and Julie about a global volunteer push. This started with just thinking through how can we get volunteers for Kids Men, and then it opened up to like, man, let's try to figure out a way to involve everybody in this. We all need volunteers, and so we worked with Ronnie on picking a date. It's going to be January 27th. That Sunday, we are going to launch this global volunteer push. Now, depending on how many ministries want in on this, will depend on how long the volunteer push lasts. Because each Sunday, starting on January 27th, we will highlight a specific ministry, right? So the first Sunday is going to be kids ministry, and then let's say the next Sunday is youth ministry, student ministry. And so Seth would have a highlight point in the service to be able to talk about his ministry, and then maybe Angie with life groups or whatever it may be. So again, depending on the amount of ministry leaders that want in on this will depend on how long it goes. But let me just note this. It's important for y'all to know that let's say that we end up having 5 ministries that want to be highlighted. So that's 5 Sundays. And that would mean for those 5 Sundays, you or a leader in your area needs to be in the lobby. We need to have tables out in the lobby for each of the ministries, so that way people can come up and ask questions, sign up for a test drive, or any of that good stuff. So so please keep that in mind, and please let me, Doug or Julie know if you want in on this volunteer push. So so again, that's January 27th. Here's the other thing that we need to all be on the same page for if you want in on this global push. Our verbiage needs to be the same. So we are asking people to sign up for a test drive. And so if you don't have a system set up for your test drive, you will need to set that up before January 27th. So that way, if someone signs up, comes up to your table, or however they sign up, if they get on the app and sign up, or online, or fill out a piece of paper and drop it in the offering basket, they sign up for a test drive. And what are you going to do from there? For us in kids ministry, when you sign up for a test drive, we follow up with you. We set a date for a test drive. You come in, we meet with you. We go over the test drive packet, and then we let them take a tour and see things in action. And then we tell them that we really don't want an answer today, that we want to follow up. We want to give them a few days. We'll follow up then, so that way they'll have a chance to kind of review their test drive packet and to pray about whether serving in Kids Men is the right fit. Now, your test drive doesn't have to look exactly like my test drive. Like Angie, if a life group leader, if somebody wants to be a life group leader and they sign up for a test drive, for that situation, it may be that your test drive is you'll meet with Angie, and then you'll be able to ask questions. Angie will go over stuff that is required of a life group leader, and then you give them a few days to think about it and pray about it, and then you follow up with them. Here's some things that just need to be consistent throughout all of our test drives. We need to call a test drive. How you handle your test drive experience is whatever you think is best. But it's also important that you maintain that they do not give you an answer that day, that you push for them to take a few days to pray about it. Because when we do a test drive push to the church for January 27th and for the future, we need to be able to tell them across the board that, hey, if you're interested in signing up for a test drive for any of our ministries, you can go here, blah, 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 blah. It's a chance for you to see things in action or ask questions and just learn about the ministry. And then we want to give you a few days to pray about it, so we don't ask for an answer that day. And then, you know what? If you don't feel like it's a good fit, that's totally fine. We'll help you set up a test drive in another ministry. So the other cool thing about all of us using the test drive lingo and kind of working it the same way, as far as it's just an experience for them to learn, observe, and then they get a few days to kind of think it through, and then because that takes away all the pressure. So then when they respond to you, and let's say that you get a no, let's say that someone signed up for kids ministry and they've done all that stuff, they've done the test drive, they don't like it, they don't want to do it, then I'll be like, hey, thank you so much for test driving with us. Is there another ministry you want to test drive with? Do you want me to connect you with the First Impressions team? Do you want me to connect you with Angie? Are you interested in being a life group leader or working in student ministry? You want to do a test drive there? So that way they'll know it's going to kind of be the same experience when I send them on to Seth or to Angie or to Ken or wherever they end up, or the media team. So just be thinking through, first off, do you want to be in on this global media push? Do you need volunteers? You need to please let me, Doug, and Julie know. And then start working on what does your test drive experience look like. And I'd be happy to sit down with you and talk through this some more about test drive experiences. And yeah, just let us know. We'll give you a Sunday to be able to have a volunteer push for your ministry. But again, every single one of those Sundays, even the Sunday on January 27th when it's just Kids Men Focus, you're still going to have your table set up, and then I'm going to end my presentation with saying that we're going to be out there, but it's not just us. It's going to be tons of other great ministries out there. So if you're interested in doing anything, you can sign up for a test drive today by going out in the lobby. And that's what everybody will need to do when they're up for their highlight moment. I think that's it. Sorry, I just wanted to go and get all this out at once and be praying for this global volunteer push. I think it's going to be awesome and a lot of fun. And even no matter what happens from that, us just getting on the same page as far as our test drive experience and having a similar model across the board will help us in getting volunteers and even passing volunteers along if they don't really jive with what you're doing. And you can promote other ministries that way and pass them on, so that way they don't fall through the cracks just because one ministry didn't work out. All right, thank you. See ya.